The Premier League is the pinnacle of English football. It's a tough climb to the top, especially over a grueling 38-game season. But not all legends manage to clinch that coveted trophy. Here, we've spotlighted the top 10 stars who wowed us on the pitch, but never snagged the Premier League title up to the making of this video. These players were all flair and had no Premier League silverware, proving you could be a highlight hero without the hardware. Think of them as brilliant chefs who cooked up a storm but never got to ring the dinner bell. Immensely skilled, unforgettable, yet surprisingly medal-less. Coming up at the 10th spot is none other than Robbie Fowler. The Premier League was a striker's playground, and Robbie was one of its most exciting kids in the bustling 90s. Racking up 379 appearances, Fowler was not just another player on the field. He was a goal-scoring wizard, eclipsing 30 goals per season, 3 times from the tender ages of 19 to 22. Despite his subsequent hops to Leeds and Manchester City, and even a nostalgic return to Liverpool, the Premier League title remained as elusive as a ghost in daylight. Fowler's football tale is one of undeniable talent, shadowed by just a pinch of misfortune. Moving on to our 9th place, Ruud Gullit might have arrived at Chelsea past his prime with just 49 Premier League caps, but he brought with him an unmistakable swagger that only a 2-time Ballon d'Or winner could. His legacy wasn't about chasing personal glory, but about mentoring a budding Chelsea to think bigger. Gullit's most significant triumph was clinching the 1997 FA Cup, ushering in a new era for Chelsea. Though the Premier League trophy evaded him, he planted seeds that would grow into future championships. Proof that sometimes the real magic is in the groundwork. The 8th person on our list is Paul Gaza Gascoigne, a storybook of what could have been, with his 66 Premier League appearances, peppered with flashes of brilliance and missed opportunities. Gaza's tenure at Middlesbrough and Everton often felt like he was more in a battle against relegation than in a chase for silverware. His career is a poignant reminder that even football's brightest stars sometimes don't align with the league's grandest prizes, leaving fans and Gaza alike to wonder what might have been if his career had taken different turns. Some of Gaza's best years came while playing in the old Football League for Newcastle United and Tottenham Hotspur before the formation of the Premier League in 1992. He finished 4th in the Ballon d'Or standing in 1990, but still couldn't claim a league title. Coming up at 7th place is Luka Modric, and with his 127 appearances for Tottenham, he was less about the sizzle and more about the steak. His midfield artistry helped propel Spurs to their first Champions League berth, yet the Premier League title was always just beyond his grasp. Moving to Real Madrid might have seemed like jumping ship, but it turned out to be a masterclass in career timing. At Madrid, his trophy room got so crowded, it practically needed an expansion, proving that sometimes a change of scenery isn't just good, it's golden. Take a moment. Why not subscribe and stay updated with our latest content? Now, back to our video. Let's turn our attention to our 6th man, Harry Kane, the quintessential English striker, with 320 Premier League appearances, but still has time on his side. His recent switch to Bayern Munich is less about abandoning ship and more about hunting down that elusive title like a detective on a noir film's final clue. At Tottenham, he was the poster boy for loyalty and phenomenal talent, consistently hitting the back of the net, but never quite capturing the top spot. Yet, Kane's tale isn't over, and the football world watches eagerly, hoping for a triumphant chapter still to come. Snagging the 5th spot is the suave Xabi Alonso, who not only brought his charm but also his formidable midfield mastery to 143 Premier League games with Liverpool. When Rafael Benitez aimed to sprinkle a bit of Spanish elegance into Liverpool's game, Alonso was his go-to guy. Integral to the team's Champions League fairy tale in 2005, Alonso's knack for critical plays shone brightest when he scored during that jaw-dropping final in Istanbul. His Liverpool saga nearly culminated with a Premier League crown in 2008 to 2009, but fate had other plans. Though he departed Anfield without the coveted English title, he later found league glory in the sunnier climes of Spain and Germany, with Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Turns out, patience is more than just a virtue. It's a route to the trophy case. Fourth place is held by none other than Gianfranco Zola, the Italian maestro who brought a dash of Neapolitan flair to Chelsea, well before the Russian billions flowed in. In 229 appearances, Zola didn't just play football, he practically danced on the pitch, making the ball his willing partner in a 7-year-long waltz at Stamford Bridge. While he didn't nab a Premier League title, his performances were a trophy in their own right. Zola left fans and foes alike spellbound, proving that sometimes the magic of the game lies not in the medals, but in the mesmerizing moments that last a lifetime. Claiming the third spot, with a mix of brilliance and controversy, is Luis Suarez. His Premier League journey, totaling 110 appearances, was like a high-octane thriller filled with plot twists. In the 2013-14 season, Suarez was a goal-scoring machine for Liverpool. His 31 goals in 33 games almost single-handedly lifting the team to the brink of glory. Though he left for Barcelona without the Premier League title, his legacy at Liverpool is tinted with extraordinary, both the spectacular and the scandalous. Suarez's stint in England showed that a single player could indeed turn the tide, almost rewriting the script of an entire season. Second place goes to the Welsh wizard Gareth Bale, whose transformation from a tentative left-back to a Premier League powerhouse was nothing short of a sporting metamorphosis. Over 166 appearances with Tottenham, Bale evolved into the league's very own superhero, known for his blistering speed and gravity-defying goals. His journey from White Hart Lane to Real Madrid was paved with jaw-dropping moments that Tottenham fans recount with a mix of awe and a tinge of what if. While he didn't win a Premier League title, Bale's legacy is a reminder that sometimes the spectacle and the stories are just as sweet as the silverware. Topping our list is Steven Gerrard, the epitome of loyalty and the heartbeat of Liverpool for 504 Premier League appearances. Gerrard's script at Anfield might have missed a Premier League title, but it was filled with almost every other accolade, including lifting the Champions League in 2005. Known for his passion, leadership, and game-changing plays, Gerrard was more than just a player. He was a phenomenon wrapped in a red jersey. Despite that infamous slip against Chelsea, his legacy is not about the trophies that eluded him, but about the inspiration he provided on and off the pitch. Gerrard's story teaches us that sometimes the true measure of greatness is not just in the victories, but in the ability to be the anchor when the storms hit. And there's the rundown. Our list of the top 10 Premier League greats who lit up the pitch but never got to hoist the trophy. From breathtaking dribbles to jaw-dropping goals, these players remind us that sometimes the spectacle is just as sweet as the silverware. What's your take? Anyone we missed or someone you'd quietly nudge off the list? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's stir up some good old football banter. If you got a kick out of revisiting these legends, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and check out our other videos for more deep dives and delightful debates. Keep the conversation lively and the football love flowing. Thanks for tuning in.